of the severe challenges being faced by the public sector in the current economic environment, how can BizAps help organisations address these challenges?
Well, Daniel, essentially BizAps offers financial and procurement transformation services, typically or mainly at this point in time in the SAP space. Now, through these services, we can drive real back office efficiencies and deliver real back office efficiencies to organisations. This will allow organisations, therefore, to protect front office services by gaining their economies in the back office rather than cutting down on front office facilities.
Okay, and is there a magic bullet to deliver this back office transformation?
Sadly, Daniel, one size does not fit all. This has been proven by a number of studies.
So in a nutshell, what are the available options, Bob?
Well, there are a number of options available, but the virtuous circle, if I can put it, of procure to pay is procuring via punch-out catalogue, combined with e-ordering, transmission, receiving e-invoices, and automatically posting those into your back office systems. Unfortunately, this isn't a strategy you can deploy across the whole of your supply base. They just haven't got the technical capability, or they don't have websites to offer. So we've got to look at a blend of solutions. One critical component, however, is an accessible procurement system, an easy-to-use procurement system. Why? Because this encourages purchase order compliance, which means pre-authorization of spend, which means we can encourage contract procurement, off-contract procurement, procurement from preferred suppliers, and so you get a lot more. You can realise a lot more efficiencies through this procedure. Also, of course, it gives more MI to your category managers, so they can negotiate better deals when the contracts come up for renewal.
Okay, and what about actually paying those invoices, Bob?
Well, the solutions here are quite extensive. A point worth making is typically you don't have an efficient accounts payable solution without a centralised AP function. Nothing is an absolute in this world, but that's a general solid rule. But we've already spoken about e-invoicing. This is the optimum route through, where you connect a one-to-one connection with the supplier, or you can use e-invoicing hubs. There are various hubs in the market we can advise you on. That's a method of getting electronic invoices, and ideally they come directly from the supplier systems. They're not re-keyed, because that introduces error possibilities. Okay, so that's the optimum is e-invoicing. Now we have some BizAps middleware called Accounts Payable Workbench that can typically post 70 to 90% of those invoices automatically into the back-end SAP system with no manual intervention. Now, other categories of suppliers who haven't got this capability would welcome another of our solutions, which is called the supplier portal, supplier self-service portal. So they have a web access, they can get on the web through any browser and look at the state of their account, communicate with our accounts payable function, so be it their accounts receivable people. They can do what's called PO flip, that is look at their open purchase orders and convert them into invoices. They can even upload invoice files, which starts to move you towards the concept of e-invoicing. So quite a powerful tool, and it's used by a major broadcasting corporation in this company for all their contractors who submit monthly invoices. Another option we have is a BizAps procurement card solution, where a lot of public sector organisations are looking to procurement cards for removing administrative cost from the procurement process, and also it of course removes removes activity from the accounts payable function as well, because there are no invoices. The acquiring bank settles the bills. So again, this is an interesting opportunity. Again, we were acquired 2 years ago, BizAps, by a large outsourcing operation. So thinking outside the box, you could even go as far as BPO, and we can offer advice in that particular area as well. You know, outsource your back office solutions, let someone else manage it, get the efficiencies of labour arbitrage. We can support that solution as well. Okay. But remember, simplicity, standardization, and compliance, these are all critical elements. It's not just a technical solution we're talking about. So change management is a critical component in any project to deliver, realise real solutions.
Okay, so could you give us some examples of where BizAps has helped transform client back office services?
Well, interestingly, before WNS acquired us, we engaged with WNS with a particular client, Centrica. They process about 1 million invoices a year, and they outsourced their accounts payable function to WNS in India. Now, at that time, BizAps was a separate operation, but they asked us to provide our technology, our image scanning, workflow technology, our AP workbench, to help automate the whole process and create the essential glue between an offshore process and an onshore process, the onshore business and offshore back office. In fact, the sponsor of that particular project made comment that one of the primary benefits was the visibility it gave him of the procedure, the process, the accounts payable process, and it enhanced his ability to manage what was an offshore administrative process. Another example of a very aggressive use of purchase cards is Manchester City Council, where they've actually requested their major suppliers to have lodge cards, and those lodge cards are used to pay those particular suppliers. So they've introduced the lodge cards, and what they've done is that's made major impacts into impacting the back office, reduction in their accounts payable function, simplifying the procurement function at the front end, major inroads.
Well, thanks for your insight, Bob. Perhaps next time we can discuss how BizAps transforms accounts receivable.
Thank you, Danny.